What'd you up to?
Oh, I'm checking out new merch on Tokon Shop Global.
Oh yeah, they put out new products like every month. I just got a t-shirt.
I got a beautiful towel.
I just got boxers.
Oh yeah? I'm wearing them right now.
I just ordered a mask.
Good, the sooner the better, because I don't want to see your ugly face.
I love Tokon Shop Global.
I as well.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adnan Qureshi. I am one of the English ring announcers for New Japan Pro Wrestling of America, and Will Ospreay has been one of the most talked about wrestlers in the entire world over the last few years, making a huge splash in particular here in the USA. Now, over the next hour, if you head over to the Tokon Shop Global in the link in the description, or using the pinned comment in the chat, you can get some exclusive signed Will Ospreay merchandise that will be signed right here live on stream, and I will be asking him some of your questions. So go ahead, head over to Tokon Shop Global, get your items, and they will be signed on stream. If we don't get to your item on the stream, we do apologize, but it will be signed by Mr. Ospreay before he leaves tonight. Now, without further ado, let me introduce to you all, he is the Commonwealth Kingpin, he is the leader of the United Empire, Will Ospreay.
Disrespect. Utter disrespect. You gonna call me the real IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, or what?
He is the real IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Will Ospreay.
Better. Put some respect on it. By the way, before we start, you've got such a wonderful voice for like smooth hour radio. You should look into that.
Oh.
You should look into it. I can see you playing like some nice smooth songs on the long car rides home.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, mate.
Yeah,
Beats seeing your face.
Oh, you doing well tonight, Mr. Ospreay?
I mean, I could be home. But now I've got to talk to you guys. So, I mean, you guys give me money to be here, so I might as well... Look, there's a smile. Happy now? Let's get underway.
All right,
what are we waiting for?
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, head over to the Tokon Shop Global right now, and there's a variety of different items that you can purchase and have Mr. Ospreay sign for you right here live on the stream. Let's start right over here. We have this United Empire towel.
Indeed.
Yep.
Good.
Great design.
It is. I actually helped design it.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Believe it or not, that's why it's good.
We also have the brand new United Empire Castle t-shirt right over next to that.
Once again, I designed it. That's why it's good and selling, and it's all down to me.
Any particular reason why you chose the rook, the chess piece?
I always liked it. Like, I always saw wrestling as like a game of chess anyway, and I think it's just one of the strongest pieces. And I think when you've got Jeff Cobb on your team, he's an actual castle of a man. So just decided to think, that's a good idea. And Hanare helped me come up with the concept as well, because Hanare's mad. He knows so much about stuff. I don't know, I'm just not an educated man. I just like my normal things, but artistic very much.
It's really cool. So yeah, the whole United Empire basically kind of helped make the design.
Yeah, pretty much. Okan's next shirt, he used to show me the next shirt. He designed it himself. It's real good, to be fair. So you have to wait for that one. Not been released yet. I've seen it. You haven't. Why? I'm a star. You're not.
We'll definitely take a look on the Tokon Shop Global. And then up front here, we have 3 portraits of Will Ospreay that you can get signed here. 2 of them with the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Which one of these ones is your favorite, Will?
Oh, the one around my waist. That belt fits me like a glove. It's just such a beautiful belt. Love everything about it. I think there's nothing wrong with it. I think if you complain about it, then there's a reason why you complain about it. It's because you're never going to hold it, because you're just not good enough. I held it, and I'm proud of that championship, and the one that I'm currently holding now, which is the real IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
And the last item that you can purchase on the far left there is the Will Ospreay Pionsuke doll. You have some feelings about this, Will?
It just doesn't look good, does it? Sorry to anyone who bought it, but and I understand why you buy it, because you're trying to add to my depression. This is why I'm depressed, this whole thing here. I get it, I had purple hair back then, and I had orange tights. And there's pigs on the back of it, Percy and Patrick. I understand it. But next time you create this thing, can you please include me in the conversation? Because I would have never, and I honestly mean this from the bottom of my freaking heart, would never have picked that at all. So if you buy this, you are adding to my depression. Thank you.
Well, you can buy it right now on the Tokon Shop Global, and Mr. Ospreay will sign it for
So
you.
you're literally, you're going, make him more depressed. Do it. Well done.
I'm sorry. Well,
it's all right. I don't care.
I don't mean to make you more depressed. Let's just head on to the first question that we have here. So the first question we have here is from Hiroki from Hiroshima.
I like Hiroshima. It's got some funny stories that I can never tell because I get in so much trouble. Look at that, wolf.
He got one of the portraits, as well as he had purchased a United Empire T-shirt.
Lovely.
One of those new designs that we had just talked about. His question for you is, what was the challenge from moving to junior heavyweight to heavyweight?
Eating. I'm not even joking. They're eating so much food to try and put on the mass. I think if anybody saw me when I first came into New Japan Pro Wrestling, like I did, I looked more like I worked in Tesco rather than a professional wrestler. So actually stacking on the weight, learning about how my body works was a hard bit, but it's also just understanding that my body now does not move in that way. I actually was watching some stuff. Please show it to the lovely people at home. Look at that. God, now that's worth hundreds, just like that. Just from a signature, worth hundreds. But just even watching me from back then, I can see things that I wish I could do now, and I just can't do it anymore because I'm too big. But my body's a little bit more protected. I say that I've just come back from injury, but just it's just finding out how your body works and realizing what your strengths are compared to what your weaknesses are. When I was a junior, my strengths was my speed. I still have that kind of speed and that agileness, but I've realized that my elbows are a lot more damaging than a standing shooting star press. And it's not like the standing shooting star press doesn't do damage, but just not enough as just a pure elbow to the jaw. So that's the hard bit, I guess, was the eating and learning about how my body now can't do certain things.
It's amazing what you've been able to do even after, moving up to heavyweight.
Yeah, sure. I can still do some of the things. It's just, I can't do the Robertson special anymore. Like the double spin kick, I can't do it anymore. It ruins my lower back. So it's all just, and once again, it's just trial and error. I didn't just jump to heavyweight and instantly succeed. I fell on my ass a few times, and then, I just got to get the reps in. So it's about just keep doing it.
All right. Well, I hope that answers your question, Hiroki. Next up, we have Daisuke here from Saitama.
What's up?
He got a wealth of portraits as well as a United Empire towel.
Hell yeah.
His question is, this one was actually submitted before Battle in the Valley, which took place on Saturday, which you can take a look at on njpwworld.com. So it is Japanese fans are looking forward to seeing your strength at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Tokyo Dome, Wrestle Kingdom 16. Who is your next target? Which, as we saw at Battle in the Valley, you had confronted Kazuchika Okada at San Jose.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's either him or it's the other one, isn't it? It's either him or Shingo Takagi, whichever one of those guys gets out alive with the interim IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And that's I did that little tweet today, and I just thought it was real funny. Now thinking about it, I know how much it pisses people off. Because by the end of January the 5th, I'm not just going to hold. There are going to be 3 IWGP heavyweight championship, 2 worlds, 1 heavyweight, all around my waist and shoulders. There's going to be 3, just like how there's 3 of me here. This one just hasn't got a championship in it. We'll get one out the bag or something. But there's going to be 3 championships all over me. It's going to be the biggest nameplate ever. It's the IWGP World Triple Crown Heavyweight Championship now. By the end of it. I mean, it probably won't. They'll probably make me get rid of the other 2, and I'm not bothered about that at all because the luggage on that is extremely heavy. But I just like the idea, and it pisses so many people off, so I love that. Let's sign this bad boy.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get some signed Will Ospreay merchandise, go ahead and head to the Tokon Shop Global right now. Just a reminder, you can get there from the link in the description of the video, or you can use the pinned comment at the top of our chat, and Will Ospreay will sign your items before he leaves the building tonight.
Of course I will, because you guys you're paying good money for this handsome man and his handsome designs. So thank you very much for the support. I need it. But
All right.
well.
So next up, we have Ryo from Hyogo in Japan.
Nice.
And he doesn't have a question. He just has a comment. He wants to say, I want to see you defend against ZSJ. And, of course, you and Zach have a long storied history.
Yeah, God. I'm trying to think of when I first met Zach, but I think it's when I came into professional wrestling. I think he's always been my proving ground in a weird way. I've always been like, I've always tried to prove myself to him, and like every time that it's been me and him in a match, normally he does have the edge and the experience, but I guess now I'm just operating on a whole nother level. Sorry for the catchphrase like input there, but I just think right now, nobody, and I mean nobody, can touch me in the ring. They did some calculating today. I've had 18 singles matches in 2021, and I've lost 1. That speaks for itself. I have a 99% winning record in singles matches. So, just quickly show it. There you are, my man. There you go.
That's for you, Ryo.
Appreciate you. Rio?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is it Rio a girl or a guy? My girl, my guy?
Ryo is a guy.
He's a guy.
It's
My man. There we go.
Yeah.
I know a couple of Japanese girls called Rio. So I was just like, oh.
All right. Next up, we have a question here from George from right here in California.
Oh, George.
And George is asking, with the Forbidden Door open now, are you looking to venture into any other promotions here in the States, such as Impact or AEW?
I mean, I'm always open to it because it just interests me. But I mean, until it's actually an option and it's kind of in front of me, I have no interest in doing anything outside of what New Japan want for me. Like, I can't say it enough, I am a New Japan guy. Like, actually, believe it or not, even though I'm a shithead half the time, I'm an arsehole to deal with, I actually do generally care about the company and where it goes, and I just think the company would be so much better with me and all of my friends in the forefront of New Japan's pro wrestling's future. So, sorry in advance, but things have got to change, and I'm going to do it my way. But in terms of that Forbidden Door, like, sure, if it's open, then I just think it's only open for like 50-year-old blokes at this rate. I mean, who's gone over there from our company? Suzuki, Kojima, beat both of them. Nagata, I haven't beaten Nagata up yet, but I mean, I'd happily would.
Ishii will be on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, how old's he?
I believe he's in his 40s, I do believe.
Oh, so it's only open for guys over the age of 40 now. At least you're moving the benchmark a little bit down. By the time I'm like 40, I'll be able to make my debut.
All right.
Bear with me for 12 years.
Well, I hope that answers your question, George. All right. Next up, we have Soshi from Hiroshima. So another one from Hiroshima. Oh, and we see he got 2 Pionsuke dolls.
Adding to my depression.
Yes. Well,
I can't. I really can't. Like, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. But this also adds to my depression.
Well, while you sign those Pionsuke dolls, what Soshi wants to know is, do you go to dinner with the United Empire members, and where do you guys go to get dinner?
We occasionally go out with we all go out for dinner together. It's more like steak restaurants, Korean barbecues for sure, definitely. I mean, I've got the Aussie Open boys over in my house, and we kind of do like family dinners all together. So that's a dead cute. Not like this, but it's but yeah, it's more like Korean barbecues. I'll tell you what, I haven't gone out with TJ yet. We haven't, like, I met his little boy last night though, so that was lovely. But I haven't gone out to dinner with TJ yet, so I wonder what his dinner choices would be, because a lot of us, it is just like go out, get meat, and it's easy. Like, so yeah, just Korean barbecue.
What's your favorite meat to get at a Korean barbecue?
Oh God, don't get me started on this. Just like, I've got this weird obsession with the pork tongue. I have a weird obsession with it. It's such a delightful piece of meat to eat, and it shouldn't be, because it is a tongue. It shouldn't be, but it is just such a wonderful thing to eat, especially with the lemon sauce. Oh, sauce.
Well, there you go,
Oh,
Soshi.
man. There you are. Boom, boom.
Another one for Hiroshima there.
Oh, damn, Hiroshima. I've got some stories about Hiroshima that I could never, ever, ever, ever tell.
And
Because
now
I
I'm
will get in a lot of trouble.
Well, now I'm sure some
It's not even trouble. I just get drunk and party. And everyone has fun, and everyone invites me back. So, I mean, I must be doing something right.
Well, after the discussion about food, I think some of us are getting a little hungrier. Next up, we have Jordan here from Minnesota.
Lolly.
Now, he doesn't have a question. He just has a comment here. He says, I am glad you are healed up and back in the ring. I'm looking forward to seeing the United Empire dominates.
Thank you very much. Especially when we all come together. Ho, that's going to be a good group. It's just like... There you are, my man.
Just want to remind people as well that NJPW Strong will be back live next month, December 9th. Back here in Los Angeles, actually at the Vermont Hollywood. We've already announced that Christopher Daniels will be there. Tickets are on sale right now at njpw1972.com. Full card will be released soon. Maybe we'll see the Commonwealth Kingpin there. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, this is my home, but now I'm going to focus on Japan. I'm going to get out. I'm going to get my eyes on Japan. Who knows? Might show up sometime soon. Oh. Nah, probably won't. But, I mean, to be fair, it's going to be good seeing Christopher Daniels in the ring again. I'm actually a big fan of Christopher Daniels. Shout out Daniels.
Next up here, we have a question here from Lewis in Texas.
Lewis in Texas.
Who do you believe is the next big prospect out of the UK? Sounds like you have a lot of choices.
That's hard
Yeah.
because, like, if it's like a legitimate question, like, I honestly, there are so many guys that I could say it, but like they're just, I don't want to say missing something, but it is almost just like there is points and elements that they are missing, and it sounds so stupid because like I don't know how I ended up becoming a star. I just stood out in a crowd and I did things like the Assassin's Creed jacket and stuff like that. I just don't see anybody doing anything. But I will give like credit where credit's due. Ricky Knight Jr. is like, as much as I can't stand him, like he's a hard worker. He puts in the work and he wants to learn. He wants to be better. And he wants to be a part of New Japan as well. So like I'll happily shout at him. Dan Maloney as well. Actually, now I think about it. It's just, for me, it was like, and it's not a dig before anyone goes nuts and this, I can hear it now, it's all going to be over the Twitter drama, but it is just going to be one of those things where I say, the UK scene was flourishing really well, and then like, every now and again when a guy does really well, they just get swiped up by like, either like NXT UK or like, any promotion. So, but like, and I can't blame them because it's money. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I love money. Everyone loves money.
Yeah.
You guys like money?
Yeah.
Everyone likes
Everybody
money.
likes money.
So it is just like a case of like sometimes it just like any type of time like a star is about to go, they just take it and go over there. So that's why sometimes I haven't really got an answer. And once again, it's not a dig. It's literally just like that's just how it is. But I honestly, other than the two I've just mentioned, the women's division's kind of looking good over in RevPro now. Just saw Alex Windsor won the RevPro British Women's Championships. That's real good. It'll be good for her to actually go over to Japan if it was a chance for her to open up the doors, especially Giselle Shaw as well. Hell of a run.
She's great.
No, Giselle Shaw's like
She's fantastic.
Yeah, excellent. And I hope I see her on more like television stations. I'd love to see her out there a little bit more. But yeah, British guys. I tell you what, there's another one. Michael Oku. We literally did a 28-minute. I want to say spectacular in some random club in Southampton, which is I've got a lot of history there, but like it was very special, and I'll give the credit where credit's due. The guy took me to 28 minutes. He just needed to hang in there for 2 more minutes. He couldn't because I'm that damn good.
That is a great answer from Mr. Ospreay.
Oh, boom.
That right there's for you, Lewis. All right, next up we have Jason, another one here from here in California. Jason wants to know, who is your dream wrestling opponent?
I hate this. I haven't got any. Honestly, I really haven't. I've got no dream wrestling opponent. So, I want to know my dream, though? My dream, right? It's a country house somewhere with my wife, who's somewhere out there, who's got my kids somewhere out there, out in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in England, where I could just be at peace, finally. That's my dream. Unless if we can get Marufuji. That, whew. But he's a part of the other brand. Can't talk about that. But honestly, I don't really have any dream matches. Just I have dreams, and it involves me leaving wrestling. Thanks for the question, though.
If you're looking to get your own signed Will Ospreay merchandise, head over to Tokon Shop Global right now. Use the link in the description or check the pinned comment in the chat. And you can have a question asked, like Christian right over here from Florida. So Christian wants to know,
thank you.
How are your pugs doing?
Oh, mate, it's actually a joy to be back home. It's so much fun being back home with the pugs. Do you know the best thing about it is as well, like for ages they were, because obviously I lived in Japan for 2 years and I couldn't take them with me. And I knew it was going to be a short time thing in Japan, like living there, because once again, I'm a homeboy. I do like being home. So I left the dogs with my mum for 2 years. And when I came back, they got so fat, like insanely, like what the? And I asked Mum about it. What have you been feeding them? She was just like, just dog food, and every now and again I feed them Cheerios, which is a cereal, which is a human consumption cereal. So like, honestly, I literally was just, Mum, I should report you to somebody. Like, but like now, like ever since I've gotten back, they've actually been on a really strict raw meat diet, and they have lost a hell of a lot of weight. And I will always say that is why I should look after dogs, because they look amazing afterwards, and they're dead adorable with me. Those pugs are. I never wanted dogs at all, because once again I was always touring. But the moment I got them, like
Fell in love,
pure happiness, pure joy, and just every time I come from, and their characters. Like Norbert is just like, I've got a white one called Norbert, and I've got a brown one called Hagrid. And Norbert is just so stupid. Like he's just his giant big bug eyes that just like look like they stare into your soul. And every time I look at this dog, I just can't help but think, you are definitely broken, aren't you? There is something wrong. But I just love him bits. And Hagrid's the biggest baby. So thank you very much. That's actually a lovely question. I prefer stuff like that. How are my dogs? How's your family? Good, thank you. I prefer them, but I know I'm about to get a bunch of wrestling questions. Thanks very much, though.
Well, now we know if you leave wrestling that you'll become a dog trainer, maybe?
Oh, actually, that's actually the goal. So I'm actually generally putting my money in towards getting this big country home. I'm going to adopt a bunch of dogs. I'm going to rescue a bunch of dogs and then just have them live with me. Just, I'm done with wrestling. I want to look after dogs. I prefer them to humans.
That sounds lovely.
But my wife is out there somewhere.
That sounds really lovely, honestly. All right, next up we have Ali from California here. Ali's question is, hey, Will, when are you going to show up in Japan to face the interim champion Shingo? I know you're the real IWGP World Champion.
Good boy.
I'm the one who buys all the United Empire merch, so you know I'm a big fan. So
hell yeah. I think I know who this guy is as well. He's on Twitter a lot. And all the boys shout him out quite a lot. But I think I know who it is as well. But might not, but like... You know I'm coming back to Japan now, after Battle of the Valley, where I confronted Big Brother Okada, worst Big Brother you could ever ask for. But no, I'm heading on back for Wrestle Kingdom, and I'm in the main event of day 2, which I know is going to piss so many of you guys off. But if you really, do you want anyone else in that main event? No, you want me in the main event, really. If you look at the scale of things and you go, who can we get to main event Wrestle Kingdom Night 2? And no, I haven't been there like everyone else, but the moment I'm announced, they just put me in the main event. And hey, if there's a better match to put in the main event, then by all means, go for it. But you know I'm going to steal the show. You know I'm going to perform like it's my last night on Earth. You know I'm going to walk out of all those Triple Crown championships. And you know by the end of it, you're going to go, that was really, really good. I can't wait to see what they do next. So, on that note, thank you for your support.
Well, Ospreay is going to be headed back to Japan for Wrestle Kingdom. New Japan Pro Wrestling is going to be headed back on tour in the United States early 2022.
Yep.
January 15th. We will be in Washington Hall in Seattle.
Nice.
Yep.
Love Seattle.
Back here in Los Angeles again on February 17th, as well as on March 20th. We'll be at the Coliseum in Tampa, Florida. That's going to be very exciting.
Never actually. I don't think I've actually wrestled in Florida.
You haven't?
No, actually, no. I've wrestled in Orlando before.
I thought so. I feel like you had.
But I haven't been back there. All right, when was the last time? 4 years ago? 3 years ago? Something like that? Wow, it's been a while.
Well, perhaps we'll change
hopefully
that.
Hopefully I can come over for Florida. I've got friends over there.
March 20th. Hopefully we can change that. And
I hope so.
Don't forget, check NJPW 1972 for ticket information and card when that becomes available. But next up we have here Ed from Pennsylvania.
Ed.
Ed.
Go on, Ed.
Doesn't have a question. He just says, hey, Will, loved watching you wrestle both nights in the shows in Philadelphia. First time witnessing the real world champion in action. Long live the reign of the true world champion.
Ed gets it. Ed actually gets it. So literally, I now respect Ed. He's talking to me with all the respect under the sun. That's all people have got to do. That's it. If you don't, I swear at you. And you probably deserve it. There you go, Ed. You're a legend, mate.
That right there is
The legend of Ed.
That right
The
there.
leg end.
Ed gets that one. And then next up we have Futoshi from Yamaguchi.
Oh.
Actually placed 2 orders.
Oh.
Yeah, so he could ask 2 questions here.
Oh.
So we'll start
There's only
with,
one item.
it's the second one actually coming up right there. There we go. Yep.
Lovely.
So we'll start with question number 1. We've established this one a little bit. It's will you fight Takagi this year? And it doesn't look like if it happens, it'll be this year. It'll happen probably early next year is what we're establishing.
Early next year, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Wrestle Kingdom, so it's either him or Okada. I mean, they've got all the stuff to be proven. I ain't got nothing to prove to anyone. I'm the real world champion. Unpinned, unsubmitted, undefeated. You can go on.
Do you have a preference? Do you prefer to face either
Well, I mean-
Shingo or Okada?
I mean, there's elements for both of them. Quickly, there's your Prince brother. There you go. There's elements for both of them. Shingo, I know I can beat. It's doable. I've done it twice in a row. So of course, I would much prefer for Shingo to walk through Okada, battered and bruised, and battle a 50% Shingo than 100% one. Because if I knew I could beat him at 100%, I'm going to walk him at 50. But there is that sweet bit of me that wants revenge on Okada for what happened last year. My only blemish on 2021 is because of him. And if I can completely erase that, if I can right that wrong, I can finally just get on with my life. I can stop looking at him as if to be a huge part of my life. Thing is no matter what, that motherfucker, try not to say that one. That guy was a huge part of my life for 5 years, and it took a lot for me to walk away from that. Now I want to say that I pinned him on the biggest stage of all, and I think that's kind of where I'd like to lean towards. But either way, the pair of them are both screwed. Let's face it.
And then Futoshi's second question was, who do you most want to fight?
Obviously, that was question's been answered.
Been
as
answered,
well.
yep. So thank you, Futoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have here Jonathan from New Jersey.
Jonathan from Jersey.
His question is, if there is one person who you would love to face in AEW, who would it be and why?
There isn't just one. Let's be real. But I think everybody knows as well. I think that's the bit, because obviously there's obviously been some drama between myself and this individual, and I think it's more about just proving I'm not stepping in to fill any type of role. It's more or less me staking my claim that I am one of the best, and you know, I am the best wrestler in the world right now. No one operates like I do right now. And with him on his recent loss that I found out, I think, I mean, rest up on all those injuries, and maybe if I get to 100% as well. I mean, I'm never 100%, let's face it. I don't think any wrestler is. But I mean, I would love to face Kenny. I think it would almost be poetic if it can happen in New Japan. But once again, I'm a realist, and I don't see it happening anytime soon. So, sorry lads, just don't see it happening. Thank you very much, though.
You two were never in the junior heavyweight division together, right?
No,
he already
that's
went to
where,
heavyweight, right?
I mean, that's one thing that I can say that I have over Kenny. I mean, two things. He never won the Best of the Super Juniors, performed in it a couple of times. I did it twice. And he never won the Never Openweight Championship, which I did as a junior heavyweight, and he couldn't even do as a heavyweight. So I mean, that's something that I can say over it, but I mean, until Kenny and me faced years and years ago in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, and I was a green boy. I didn't know that much, but now I'm just a different animal. Mm-hmm. So I would love to be able to test myself against him, but I just don't hold out for any hope, especially right now. If you're a fan, I would hate for you to get anything from this and say that like it's in the works. Nothing's in the works, but it's definitely something that I would sink my teeth into given the opportunity.
Okay. We are about a half hour in, so there's a half hour left of the meet and greet. So I just want to remind everyone, head over to the Tokon Shop Global right now. Get yourself some signed Will Ospreay merchandise. He'll be signing while he's with us here tonight. So head on over and the link in the description. Get some pieces, and then you can ask a question. Like Thomas here from Iowa. So Thomas here says, I saw Shibata's grappling exhibition with ZSJ. Would you be open to giving him a shot at your real IWGP World Heavyweight Championship when he is ready to fight and challenge for it?
I'll answer that with a question.
Okay.
Do you really want him to come back against the guy that uses a move where he drives an elbow into the back of your skull? I would love to.
There's your answer for you, Thomas. All right, next up we have...
Fuck the LA Dojo.
Next up we have here Lauren from Colorado.
Lauren.
Lovely. Yes. And her question is, who have you never had a match with that you would like to wrestle?
Marufuji.
Marufuji.
But he's a part of the opposition. But don't see that happening either, but if I could, that would be a good one. I'll tell you what I would actually love to face, and only because he put my name in his mouth, which never happened. Naito. I've never faced Naito one-on-one.
Really?
No, never. Been a bunch of tag matches, but just never one-on-one with him. And like, I don't know if that's his version of politicking, making sure that he doesn't get embarrassed by, you know, a young, healthy man that could probably fuck both of those knees up if I wanted to, and probably ruin a couple more of his brain cells. He always talks like this, doesn't he? No problem. You know what I mean? It might be a bit dangerous putting him in the ring with someone like me, but I would love to smash him up. Like, talking about my World Heavyweight Championship, get out of here, you little prick. No one cares about you anymore. Keep doing this, keep putting your fist up. Everyone could do the woo, or can't even cheer anymore. They just do that weird, polite clap. Keep putting your fist up, shut up, know your place, you dickhead.
Well, there's your answer there, Lauren. Next up here, we have Michael from Indiana.
Oh, Michael from Indiana.
All right. Michael has a question here. What are your thoughts on getting your first action figure with Super 7? And did you have any input on the design?
Nope. I didn't have any. Like, I mean, I asked to put my new coat on, like, so the one that matches that one, but they just got confused and just didn't put it out. But I mean, I get why action figures are very important, because obviously that doll is going to be there long before I'm here. I'll be dead, and that action figure will still be there. So I get it. It's real cool. So on that note, it's dead cool. Thanks so much for making me into a piece of plastic, I guess, to allow grown men to play with my action figures or young children to play with action figures. So thank you very much.
All right. There you go, Michael. All right.
Thank
Next
you.
up here we have Sammy from North Carolina.
Just over there.
So here we have, hey, thank you again for the time on the Jericho Cruise and for doing this today. I love both the design and color choices on your gear and what you wear during your entrance. My question is, what inspired the design and who makes your gear for you?
God, there's a lot of the gear. Is she talking about the jacket, maybe?
I don't know if you happen to remember what you wore on the Jericho Cruise. I don't know if that's what she's talking about.
I mean,
it's because you've had a lot of gear.
I mean, yeah, but like I know what I was doing on the Jericho Cruise, even though I was intoxicated for about 60 hours. I think I was wearing that jacket, and I do have a lot of thought process to go into the jacket, and a person called Serena from Airhead Diva helps me make that jacket. That jacket, believe it or not, costs nearly 10,000 British pounds. So, yeah, I know, but like when you're the world heavyweight champion, you can do those things. I've got another one coming out soon for Wrestle Kingdom. Keep an eye on that one. That one costs just about this, a little bit more. But I like to just, dress the part. If you're going to be a world champion, you need to dress like a world champion. And it has a very lot of Versace influence behind it. And believe it or not, that jacket came from a Drake music video that had Justin Bieber in it. Because Justin Bieber had all this sick fly Versace gear. And I was like, I want to do that. I love Justin Bieber.
And all the color scheme helped inspire also like the United Empire color
Yeah,
scheme?
indeed. Like green obviously represents my Irish heritage a lot as well. Because a lot of people don't know this, but I'm a little bit Irish as well. I'm very proud of Ireland as well. But as well as that, green's my favourite colour. So
Hey, mine too.
yeah, there we go. You might be able to join if you get your smooth hour on the radio.
Oh, well, there we go.
Thank you, sir. Who's this one?
Next up, we have here America from California. So
That's not your name.
their name, they put down America. as
No,
their
it's
name.
not. No one has ever given birth like some woman pushing with all of her might, and then this dad grabs this kid and just goes, "Your new name is America, America."
Like Simba
That's not your name.
from The Lion King, raise
That's
it
not
up
your name.
above the pride.
You could be called anything else, like Eddie Paris. You could be called London. No one has ever been called America.
Well.
Ever. Like that guy's got like the flag outside of his house, red, white, and blue. He's standing there, proper proud. God damn.
Oh, you're gonna love this part. Here. It's gonna be so America asks, "May I join the United Empire? If possible, please sign it to Sylvie." So that's probably their name.
So
That's
real
probably their
name
name right
is
there.
Sylvie. Okay.
Also, I just have to say that I'm a huge fan of yours, and I aspire to be like you. Thank you for all that you do.
Don't aspire to be like me. Don't aspire to be like me. Inspire to be like somebody else, way more famous, like Tom Hardy. Oh, what a gentleman. How do you spell her name?
Sylvie is Sylvie.
Lovely. There you go, Sylvs.
But America did ask though if America can join the United Empire.
If America. But like, are you on about like the child that is named America or America?
What about? Why don't you give us the answer for both the child and also all of America?
If the child's pissed off at the way he's being treated, then yes, you can join, and we will rule the world together. But America, God, you guys are too fucking crazy. You guys need to calm the fuck down, do something else. So no, America cannot join, but America can. Wait, I done that wrong. You get it.
I just like the idea. It's Ospreay, Cobb, Okan, America,
Yeah.
TJP.
America! Like, you gotta say it with that, like, America!
Oh man. Well, if you want to be like America and get your items signed, head over to the Tokon Shop Global right now. Get your items
Who's
signed.
this one for?
This one is going to be for Nina from Indiana.
Nina.
Yep. Nina wants to know, could the United Empire become very nice, very evil? United Empirehausen?
The fuck does that mean?
Let's
Like, I am lovely if you talk to me lovely, as is Jeff, as is TJ, as is Hanari, Okan, Aussie Open. We're nice if you talk to us with like manners and polite people. But if you, like, this is where society needs to kind of accept this. I talk like an arsehole to you guys because you are being an arsehole to me. It's kind of simple. Be polite, I'll be polite back. But no, I guess, until we kind of take over the world and we kind of have United Empire everywhere. I don't really need to be that nice. I mean, no, I don't need to be nice or good evil or evil good or whatever. I don't even know what the question is actually about. It really fucked me up.
Yeah, all it was is, could the United Empire be very nice, very evil? United Empire Hausen. That's all it was.
That doesn't make any sense. Write better questions.
All right. Well, next we have Jamie from California.
Jamie from California.
And,
Oh,
there you go.
I got it, don't worry.
Little technical
My
issue.
microphone fell out. I'm on a wire. I'm not allowed to land mic.
Jamie doesn't have a question. Jamie's very short, very simple here. Hi, Will.
What's up, Jamie?
Yeah. And Jamie,
What else do you respond with?
yeah.
Thanks for the support, I guess. That's once again, manners. There you go. But hi, Jamie. Thank you very much for the support.
Just another reminder, everybody. New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong will be live again on December 9th in Los Angeles at the Vermont Hollywood. Tickets are on sale right now, so head to njpw1972.com for ticket information. Once again, we have announced Christopher Daniels will be there. We don't know who else is going to be there. Probably the Strong Openweight champion will be there. It is
Isn't
strong.
that half the job as well? To have some excitement. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just realize, right? When you buy a ticket to New Japan Pro Wrestling, you're going to get the best pro wrestling, regardless of who's on the show.
It was a huge surprise when you showed up at Resurgence. Nobody knew you were going to be there.
No, because America put a huge block on people coming over, right? The country closed. But I got I think it's called an NIC. And the way that the office described it to me is they went, when they said we might pull the surprise, is they said, we don't know if we can get this NIC because only super famous people get it. Guys like Elton John. And I got it. I'm just as famous as Elton John, people. I had the same visa of exception as Elton John. I win.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Will Ospreay, Elton John on the same level. Next up here, we have Christopher from Arizona.
Christopher.
Christopher's question is there anyone else you want in the United Empire? Did you try to get Robbie Eagles to join the Empire?
I haven't spoken to Robbie in ages. I, believe it or not, am very, very supportive of trying to get some women involved in this. And I would like to actually have a United Empire Joshi division. And then when Japan can open up, I would like to just send all the girls to Stardom to represent United Empire there. So I've got people in mind, and it is a work in progress, so keep your eye open for it.
All right. There you go, Christopher. Next up here, we have Jeff from Oregon.
Oregon?
Oregon. State right above California.
Oh,
yeah.
Like I was about to say.
That's
I
another.
thought you said organ, like a liver.
Yeah.
Or something along those
No.
lines. I
It's
didn't.
pronounced the same.
There's too many states in America.
Yeah.
Sorry, lads. My country, from the top to the bottom, you can get there in 8 hours. 8 hours in one state. That's too much. You've got 50 of them. Calm down.
All right. Well, Jeff here from Oregon has a question. It's Dear Will. Was there some words of wisdom that you received when you were coming up in this business that resonated with you throughout your career that you would like to share with those who are wanting to start in professional wrestling? Please and thank you, sir.
Don't be shit. That was generally every time I used to come back through the curtain and go up to like my superiors, is there any advice? And there was just always that one guy, don't be shit, and just walks off. Don't know what that means, but you just, once again, it's reps. Like no one's going to get it the first time round. You just got to keep wrestling, you just got to keep doing it. So that's generally my words of wisdom for people, just don't be shit. It's such an English thing. People in England will find that funny. No one here does. You guys are all serious, aren't you? All serious people.
There you go, Jeff. I hope that helps you in your pro wrestling journey.
Don't be shit, Jeff. Don't be shit.
Next up here, we have John from New Jersey. Now, John wants to know, will the United Empire fully established, how do you guys plan on world domination to gain all New Japan Pro Wrestling gold?
I mean, it's quite simple. We just literally got to put ourselves in the contendership for it. Once again, it's reps. It's getting in, getting those wins, becoming contenders, challenging for titles, capturing titles, defending titles, proving a stake, making everybody wear our glorious merchandise, and pretty much just change how New Japan is. Because I mean, I love everything about New Japan. Don't get me wrong, but there's some changes that need to be made, and I think we're the best guys for the job. So. It's literally just reps and repeat until we have all the belts and all the gold, and then people will be like, I want to be part of the United Empire because they're succeeding. Mm-hmm. So if I'm a part of that, I'm going to succeed. So appreciate it.
Well, you can wear all the merchandise yourself. You can get some of it signed right now. You got just a little bit over 15 minutes left to get some United Empire merch here.
It feels great as well. Oh. It's a good feel. Don't you touch it.
Sorry.
Go down in price.
Sorry.
I touch it. Money. You, charity shop.
All right. I do apologize for touching the merchandise.
God, hang on, let me over-touch it. There you go. Double price.
All right. Next, we have Masaki from Shinjuku.
Oh, lovely spot. Mm. I've woken up many times in Shinjuku and not know where I am.
Well, Masaki wants to know, which past wrestler do you respect the most?
Past? Oh, that's hard because every single one of my heroes have let me down in some way or the other. So, past wrestler. Like, I mean, I guess AJ Styles, he's always been just the coolest guy, and everywhere he's gone, he's always succeeded. So that's kind of what I inspire to be like. Mm-hmm. But past wrestler's hard. Because I just don't really know any of them. I mean, I know Liger. I think Liger's cool. Oh, let's put Green Liger in the United Empire. Let's do that.
Oh.
He'll never betray New Japan, but I like to imagine one day I could be like, go on, come out of retirement, do one more match with us.
In the green suit?
Yeah, in the green.
That was a good-looking suit.
Man, I love that green suit. That was so cool.
You wrestled AJ once, right, I think?
I wrestled him.
In
I wrestled him twice. I did a triple threat with him, and I did a singles match with him. And once again, it is just, I was just not ready at that time to be remotely even a challenge for AJ. However, I learnt a lot from it. But once, if I'm the animal I am now, I'm facing him, I think it would create so much magic. And I actually got the greatest tweet of my life though, like when I won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, World Heavyweight Championship, sorry. Mm-hmm. And I got a message from him just saying like, it was like looking in a mirror. And that's the sole reason I became a wrestler, do you know what I mean? AJ's like king. So I'll always respect AJ no matter what.
Yeah, I can imagine like getting that from one of your heroes for sure. It's a great feeling.
That's everything, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up here, we have Aiden from Massachusetts. Aiden doesn't have a question. He has a comment. He says, hey there, Will. I wanted to say that I appreciate what you do for men's mental health awareness as well as men's mental awareness in general. Your match against Takagi at the New Japan Cup is one of my top 3 matches of the year. Keep up the good work.
I appreciate it, man, and I hope you're looking after yourself. Once again, it's away from Will Ospreay. If I'm just talking to Billy for a second, look after yourselves, reach out to people. You're never on your own. I know it sounds corny, but just know that there are like blokes out there like who are going through the same way, and like away from the character. Like if I'm just going to talk for Billy for a second, it is just kind of like I generally do care about like anyone that's kind of going through some shit, and if there's a way that I can make them smile or something, I'd love to just be able to do it in some manifest. I think that's why I generally love the Jericho cruise as well, because I didn't have to be Will Ospreay, I was just Billy. So then I just got to hang around with everybody. But now to snap back into Will Ospreay, yeah, fuck you. Thanks for the support, brother.
All right, next we have Ali from California. Well, we got a portrait and another towel over here.
Lovely little towel.
Great towel, great towel. Get it to Tokon Shop Global right now. Just
Please.
a little over 10 minutes left to get them signed. Ali here wants to know, hey, Will, I had to order more from you to get signed because my question is, will there be more members joining the United Empire?
There will be, for sure. Like, this isn't, because I want people in, like, every promotion. I want places in Rev Pro, I want people in Strong, I want people in Japan, I want people in Stardom. So, and once again, like, more or less guys who are affiliated with New Japan. So, for example, Stardom is affiliated with New Japan as the Bushi Roads owns both.
Absolutely.
We've got, obviously, New Japan Strong. Rev Pro was the sole reason I was able to come over. Even, like, I'll even say OTT. They'd done some stuff in New Japan just before the pandemic shut everything down. So, I like putting my fingers in loads of pies. I would like the United Empire to have fingers in many pies. And if obviously, like, maybe we can get one in Impact, maybe. Just there have been talks, is all I can say.
Okay, so a lot of prospects all over the place for the United Empire.
God damn, this guy bought loads.
All right, next we have Ivan from Illinois. Yeah, Ivan bought everything. He bought portraits, he bought towels, he bought the Pionske, and he bought a T-shirt. He bought just about one of everything there.
God damn.
So
Thank you very much, my man.
So his question for you is, who else do you have your eye on to join your ever-growing ranks in the United Empire? Watching your matches got me through a 3-month hospitalization. Keep on fighting and kicking butt. Thank you.
Jeez, my man.
So you want to talk about support for mental health and just health in general? You helped this guy out, and he's clearly showing his support for you.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the support, especially all of this. It must have cost a pretty penny, my man. So just from me, thank you extremely, very, very much. Once again, I don't like ruining it because, like, I feel like everyone ruins surprises these days. So I can't tell you who I've got my eye on, but, like, I can say that I am looking more at women, and I would like to start the women's side of things in the United Empire. It is literally just a wait and see, let's negotiate, let's see how we can, because it can't just be like, no, you're coming in no matter what, because otherwise there'd be a bunch of wrestlers that you would never have heard of in the United Empire. Guys like CJ Phoenix, who is the greatest backyard wrestler that has ever lived. That's my dream match, CJ Phoenix from HVWA. That's my dream match. But it's not the case. It's more or less rather, it's a group thing. So we need to all discuss as a group what is going to be best moving forward. And I know quite a lot of the boys are very passionate about getting some girls in it.
All right. Well, there you go. It's a team decision for the United Empire.
Indeed.
As Ospreay continues to sign the merchandise, I just want to remind everyone once again, New Japan Pro Wrestling is going back on tour in the United States in early 2022. Those dates we are going to be, it's going to be January 15th at Washington Hall in Seattle, Washington. Back here in Los Angeles again, February 17th, Los Angeles, California, and
good.
March 20th, the Coliseum in Tampa, Florida. Super exciting. You don't know who's going to turn up. Maybe the Commonwealth Kingpin will be there.
Maybe I will.
Maybe he will. We don't know. The only way you'll be able to find out, get your tickets, be there with us. Keep your eyes peeled on njpw1972.com for future ticket information and card information, because we want to see you live at New Japan Pro Wrestling.
He's done it before, hasn't he? He's done this job before. Boom. Look how easy that was for him. He's done it before.
Thank you very much. Well, let's move to our next question. We have Koji here from Shiga. Koji has a question, which is, what kind of person do you want to be in the future, and what are your future goals?
A dad.
A dad.
Which terrifies so many people right now. Everyone's heard that and gone, Jesus Christ, well, you can't even look after yourself, let alone a child. But my main goals, honestly, is to just buy a country home, fill it with a bunch of dogs, like rescue dogs, find my wife, she's out there somewhere, get a kid, leave wrestling. And I'm being serious, that's my genuine, like, I mean, I like doing New Japan stuff because, once again, it is like, come do this, go home. Like, I love that. I love New Japan's scheduling. Obviously, a little bit conflict now with the world there. So, but, like, that's my genuine ambition, is just to be like, just to raise a child and be like, look, I can put my hands up and say, I've made many upon many mistakes and somehow I'm still here.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is just like learning from those mistakes and then teaching this child that isn't even here yet about like all the stuff that I did wrong and how you can avoid it now. Like, so, man, that would be cool. I'd love that.
So being a dad, having that home, all those pugs.
Oh, mate.
Pugs in specific or just dogs?
No,
dogs in general?
loads of dogs. I love Labradors. Like, honestly, I wanted a Labrador so bad. Like, you ever seen Up? That dog, Doug?
Yeah, Doug.
Doug.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like, that's literally the dog I want. Or Rottweiler. I love Rottweilers. They're so cool.
I fell in love with Labradors because of Homeward Bound, the dog that was in that one. All right, next up here, we have David from Mississippi. David got a towel, and he got a portrait here.
Good question from the person before, though. Thank you very
That
much.
was Koji and Shiga.
Good Koji.
Good one, Koji. All right, so...
But David, it's your turn.
David's turn here. David's question is, hello, Will.
Hello, mate.
How much has your life and wrestling career changed since creating this all-time great faction that is the United Empire? And what is your favorite band?
Oh, God. I mean, change-wise, it's changed a lot, especially the moment after Wrestle Kingdom, especially, because I think everybody kind of saw us as like, this isn't going to work out because all three of us lost at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
And how we were able to climb out of it and where we are now. A lot of people I kind of doubted us. I mean, the interviews, the radio stations, the appearances, and like everything along those lines, it just skyrocketed. And the moment I won that title was, well, life just changed. But dude, I can't tell you enough. Like, I'm insanely grateful for the position I am. And what was the other question on that?
His second question was pretty simple. It's, what's your favorite band?
One O'Clock. It's to Westerners, it will be one okay rock, but in Japan, I think it's just called 1 O'Clock. And I went to go see him live, mind blowing. I got to spend some time with him backstage. Me and the lead singer are actually quite like cool now. We talk to each other like sometimes. Me and Tucker, but yeah, they're bloody great music, and I love a bit of Ed Sheeran. You can't go wrong with just sitting with your missus or something along those lines and putting a bit of Ed Sheeran on. Oh, God, you can feel just the romance in the room. So, gotta love a bit of Sheeran.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your 5-minute warning. Head over to Tokon Shop Global right now. Get your merchandise signed by Will Ospreay.
Who's this for?
Get your orders in the next 5 minutes. This one right here is for Yushiiku from Yokohama.
Oh. There you go, my love.
That is a United Empire t-shirt there.
Good choice.
Yoshiko has not a question, but a comment. Since November 14 was my birthday, I applied for this wonderful event to commemorate it. We look forward to the day when we will all be cheering for you at Tokyo Dome wearing a shirt with the autograph of the great champion, and we pray for the continued prosperity of the United Empire. Hooray for the United Empire. United Empire, Banzai.
Wow, that's cool. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimashita. So let's talk a bit of Japanese, a little bit. Is that all the ones today? Oh, sweet as a nut.
We have a couple more that came in during the stream.
Hell yeah.
So we have here one here from Barbara from Massachusetts.
Barbara is such a great name.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
Barbara wants to know, what made you decide to include TJP in the United Empire? The United Empire is awesome.
He's just one of the greatest technical wrestlers going. And plus, it made the LA Dojo so mad. Because he was the guy looking after him. He was the guy training all of them. And deep down, he just realized, like, oh my God, I'm a babysitter. The moment I said those words, he knew it. He knew, oh God, I'm a babysitter. When the reality is, that guy's a killer. The same cast as Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson, was taught by Inoki, and now he's a babysitter? Get out of here. Like, guy's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, and he's going to show it. The moment the doors open to Japan and he can come over, you don't think that IWGP Junior Heavyweight strap's not going to be around his waist within, like, months? It's going to happen near enough straight away. Why would I not want that guy on my team?
All right. Well, there you go, Barbara. One of Mr. Ospreay's favorite names.
It is.
Next up, we have here what looks to be our final question. This will be Angelo from Las Vegas. What is your favorite venue to wrestle at? Do you prefer larger or do you prefer smaller venues?
Oh, God, I hate this question. Do you know, no, actually, I don't hate this question. Ryogoku Sumo Arena. just because it was the first arena that I ever performed in front of Japan. So
Was that the match with Kushida?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Which is, I love this venue because I've only lost one match in my 5 years in wrestling in Japan. I've lost one match in that venue, and that was to Kushida. So it's kind of been like my good luck charm in a weird way. And the main reason I love it is because when I was living in Japan, in my apartment, I could look out of my apartment and I could see Sumo Arena every single time. So it was the best time. Like, if they went, oh, we got a show in Sumo Arena, I would get out and I would walk to the venue. Like, I'm a big guy for walking as well. I like walking. I don't like driving as well. I only drive if I absolutely have to, which is another reason, like America, you guys drive everything's so big with you guys as well. So like, Japan's cool because it's kind of like a little bit like England, a little bit like America. Public transport's really easy and it was just so easy. Ryogoku's just the best venue. I love the Tokyo Dome and I love Kurikan, but there is just something magical with me about Sumo Arena. The moment I walk through those doors, it just feels like something big's about to go down.
Mm-hmm. And then second part of that question was, do you prefer the larger or do you prefer smaller arenas?
Large. Larger? I think it's a 12,000, maybe 10, maybe a 10,000 seater. Budokon's another one up there as well. I think Budokon's 12,000, but Ryogoku's my all-time favourite. Got a special place in the old heart. I'll retire at that venue. I'll make it my thing. I'll retire there.
All right.
In 3 years' time, I'll retire.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our meet and greet today with Mr. Will Ospreay, the Commonwealth Kingpin, the real IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
You're learning.
The leader of the United Empire. Mr. Ospreay, thank you very much for joining us here. Do you have any closing words for the New Japan Pro Wrestling faithful here watching on the stream?
Appreciate the support, and I also, to anyone that hates me, I appreciate the hatred as well, because it's going to be so sweet. So sweet. By the end of January the 5th, there is going to be one IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Wrestle Kingdom 16, and his name is Will Ospreay. Thank you very much, my man.
All right.
I would love to say it's a pleasure, but...
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adnan Qureshi. Have yourself a good rest of your night. And join us here in the future for all those future New Japan Pro Wrestling dates. Check njpw1972.com for information, and we'll see you there.